Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Bragging About Cinema. Today, we're going to answer the question, is Hawkeye a Christmas show? Yes or no? So I just finished the final episode of Hawkeye on Disney Plus. My original plan was I should make a spoiler-free review to help you figure out if you want to watch this or not, which is what a lot of my videos are. But then after watching it, I've decided this is going to be spoiler full. So this is your one warning. If you don't want to know what happens, pause, watch it, and then come back real quick. The first thing I want to talk about is why I want to make this a spoiler full. It's not really a review, more of a discussion between you and me in the comment section below. So we saw Kingpin pop up last week, and I was pretty excited. I really enjoyed the Netflix Daredevil show. And then this weekend, I saw none other than Matt Murdock. And not only did he make a cameo as a lawyer, he made that sweet catch in the movie when someone was throwing something right at Spider-Man. So heading into this last episode, I was like, oh, we're going to get a good dose of what happens when Netflix invades the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, we got a good dose of Kingpin. He was pretty similar to how he acted in the Daredevil Netflix series. But at the end, and spoiler, last chance, last warning, they killed him. Now, to be fair, we heard a gunshot. We didn't see it happen on screen. So we're left to guess a little bit. I'm hoping that they didn't kill him. I think he's a good villain, and Marvel is severely lacking in villains. So my first gripe is I got excited for this character, and they possibly killed him off. I liked it that it made him almost like a Hulk-like figure, because he really didn't get into too many fights on Daredevil. He had people that did that for him. And I was hoping this is going to really set him up for future shows, future movies, to be a really big looming bad guy. Maybe even if they reprise Daredevil, Kingpin could be back in. Now, I also didn't like that the superhero in training, Kate Bishop, was able to put up a pretty spectacular fight against Kingpin. But that's small potatoes. It's her show. That didn't really bother me. It just, I hope they didn't kill him off, because I was excited to see him, and darn it, I want more Netflix characters to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that was gripe number one. Gripe number two, I am a huge Florence Pugh fan. I think most things she has done, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I thought she was the best part of Black Widow, and she was a great part of Hawkeye. So I'm not questioning her. It's the Marvel always has the issue with too many jokes. And she came in, she is devastated. She lost her sister. She wants to get her sister's killer. But at the same time, she is just cracking jokes with Kate Bishop left and right. And to me, if she really wanted to be believed that she wanted to have revenge for her sister, she would be laser focused going after Hawkeye. Now, I don't think anybody thought that she was going to actually kill him, although I thought that would have been a pretty spectacular surprise on a Disney show right before Christmas to kill off the main character. They didn't do it. That's not safe. But I just would have liked to have seen her, more serious leading up to the pursuit of the person that killed her sister. Now, part of me, though, I did enjoy their banter back and forth. I thought that maybe that banter should have been saved for after she figures out that Hawkeye didn't kill his best friend, Black Widow. All right, so that's two complaints. Let's go with something positive. Started off on a negative note. Let's see if we can turn this video back around and get a little happier. So I love the Christmas setting. I love the Christmas music they used. I am glad that Hawkeye finally got his due, got his own story, and he got it on a show form, which I like the show form more. It tells a longer story. I thought it was cool that we got to see him putting together his arrows and then seeing those arrows put to work. I really liked how in the final episode, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop kind of gelled as a pretty cohesive unit and a good team. The LARPers it was pretty funny. If you're into superhero stuff, LARPers get dressed up and uh, have fun. I also liked that Hawkeye finally got himself a super suit. It was a pretty cool one. It wasn't, super cheesy like his in the comic books. I was really curious when we were going to see something like that. Little sidebar: I've always wanted to see them try to put the Wolverine yellow costume. I hope when we finally get to see Wolverine again, he wears his yellow costume. Gripe number 3. I know I said I was going to go positive, and here I am being negative. And if you are one of my 51 subscribers, you'd know that 90% of my videos are super positive, and that end of credits scene, and I'm so thankful I was not sitting in the movie theaters and I was able to fast forward to the end of credits scene. It was kind of funny. It was funnier when you saw it as part of the show, but it didn't advance the plot. And we're spoiled as Marvel fans. We get to see something teased, and we didn't get that. My son, he was watching it with me, and he's like, "I'm leaving. This isn't good." He's got a little mustache. It's just coming out, and he just thought that it was dumb. And I kept saying, "Just have hope. Have hope." Someone in the crowd was going to be watching. I was expecting, someone watching that'll advance the plot. You're like, "Oh, him," or maybe it's even he said Steve Rogers. Maybe he'll be in there, and it was nobody. So the end of credits scene, also a big letdown, considering all the stuff they have coming out. I was hoping they would have something. And this carries over from the Spider-Man movie this weekend. Basically just had a trailer at the end, which I guess is better than a musical of the Avengers. All right, so we are just headed right down negative boulevard. And I actually really liked the show. Those things really bugged me. The show as a whole was really good. The pace was always right up there. I liked the last episode as an hour. It flew by. It was vintage Marvel. Lots of jokes. Lots of good action. I would have loved to have seen at least a little darker tale, especially when Hawkeye was Ronin. I mean, he was basically just a homicidal maniac. But instead, all is forgiven. We didn't even learn exactly who was pointing him in what direction. He made it sound like he was being hired to do all those things, and that was never explained, which is a bummer. But I'm sure we're going to see him again. Who knows when? I haven't heard if this is renewed for another season or if Kate Bishop is going to show up as a young Avenger. Who knows? Another thing I liked is that we at least got some conclusion to Echo's character, although I'm still holding out hope, fingers crossed, toes crossed, that she did not kill the Kingpin. But I'm looking forward to seeing her in future installments. I really enjoyed Kate Bishop's mom. As she turns out, she was the bad person all along, not her fiance. And is he going to turn into another character? Because he was quite handy with the blade. And I kept thinking, well, maybe he'll turn into something, or he was just a funny side character. I actually really liked his character. His joke was pretty funny, talking to his nephew about the incident in the Hamptons. All right, before we wrap this up, I'm going to settle the debate that's raging all over chat rooms everywhere. Now, it's a very popular thing around Christmas time to sit with your friends and argue for hours. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, I pose the question to you. Is Hawkeye a Christmas show? Now, so what do we have? We have a Christmas setting with lights. Okay. We have his goal is to make it home for Christmas. Okay. They don't really talk about Christmas a whole lot other than he's got to get back. So when I think of like Christmas stuff, I like the wholesome, like Christmas has got to make you feel good inside. And I liked at the end, they were there, they had their Christmas, opening their presents, and, the lessons learned throughout the show. And they got rid of the bad guy, Ronan, at the end. So I'm going to say this is a Christmas show. Not just because it's set in Christmas, because I don't think you can say every movie is set in Christmas. And I don't know if you've seen, but Disney has said Iron Man 3 is not a Christmas movie. I personally, in case you're wondering, I've never felt the Christmas spirit when watching Die Hard. That's just my opinion. Let me know below if you think that this is a Christmas show. Now, where do we go from here? I am a huge fan of Florence Pugh, like I said, so I can't wait till she shows back up as the new Black Widow. Kate Bishop's character is interesting. She's clearly going to take the mantle of the resident archer, because every super team needs an archer. Absolutely. And what about Clint? Is he retired, or is he going to show up again? We don't even know when the Avengers are going to assemble again. It is interesting, in all the shows and movies they do talk about the Avengers a lot, like they're almost these heroes for hire. Is the Kingpin alive? I guess this is like 2021's Who Shot JR? Well, we know who shot Kingpin. We just need to know, is he alive? He was electrocuted. He was hit by a car. Did he have a bulletproof vest? Did he stop the bullet? They didn't show him, so we don't know. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to rate the show as a whole. I'm going to give it an A-. The last episode I felt was just too safe. So I'm going to give the last episode a B-. So the Gambit paw of approval is for the show as a whole, not for the last episode. Now, if you liked my video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you can't wait till my next video, hit that little bell, the notifications button, so that it pops up on your phone wherever you are, and you will be the first to watch my videos. Hey, thank you anyone that has tuned in to watch any of my videos this year. I truly appreciate it. There's a few people that have been commenting. I welcome the comments. I love the show suggestions or movie suggestions. Because if you guys watch my videos, you're going to find something to brag about.